Hello and welcome to Ginny the Love-Sick Giraffe. And here she is right here. She is in need of a boyfriend. That is correct, my friends. Hey, this is an on-your-own problem, so you should have solved the entire problem on your own, and now you're watching this video just to make sure you did everything correctly. Without further ado, let us move on to our scenario. Ginny the Love-Sick Giraffe needs a new boyfriend. Her last one got away, so she has designed a three-dimensional love trap. Nice. Good thinking, Ginny. All right. Ginny wants to cover the ceiling, floor, and walls in red roses. She believes that when a boy giraffe wanders into her trap, he will breathe in the romantic flowers and fall deeply in love with her. Good plan, Ginny. She wants to know how many flowers to buy. The net below is a representation of her love trap. What is the surface area? And here we have our net here, which is a rectangular prism that is made into a two-dimensional representation of that three-dimensional figure, right? So without further ado, let's get started solving this problem. And the very first thing I want to do is get all my measurements done. So if this is 10, I know that all of these are going to be 10 across here. So let's go ahead and just write those in. And I'm going to use white here to write these. So if this here is 10, then I know this one's going to also be 10, right? So I'm going to write 10 right there. And then moving straight across. That means this is also going to be 10, right? So I'll just write 10 there. And then straight on across, that means this also has to be 10. So we'll write that in. And the reason I want to make sure that I have my base and my height for each of these squares. And so for this one, I've got it's 14, right? And the height is 10. So I've got my base and my height. I can figure that out easy enough. For this one, I've got to figure out what this length here is. And if this flips up to become a side wall with this, these two are going to match together, correct? And that means this tip and this tip are going to come together out here in front of this, right? And up high, right? And then this here is going to be the top that comes along the same length as this. So this tip would be right here. And then as it goes this way, it's actually going to go this way across and finish up here. So it has to be the same length as this section right here. So this here has to be 7 feet. So let's go ahead and just write 7 here, okay? And now we've got 7 there. Now, so that means I've got this base and height. I've got this base and height. This base has to be the same as this base here. So that has to be 7 as well. Bam. Okay. And now, as long as I'm doing that, if this is 7, that means this also has to be 7. And this here has to be 7. I'm going to just do the base here. And that is going to also be 7. Bam. Perfect. And so now I know that this base and height I have, right? I have the base of 7, the height of 14. So I've got this base and height. I have this base, but I don't know what this height is yet, right? Well, if this is 14, that means this has to be 14. And if you fold this up, it's going to, this tip and this tip are going to come together out here. Actually, it'd be up high up here though, right? And that means that if this is 14, this also has to be 14. So let's go ahead and write that 14 in there. I'm going to write 14. And now I have this base and height. Now I just need to get this base here. Well, if this is 14, that means this here has to also be 14. And these two are going to fold. This is going to fold up. This is going to fold up. And this corner is, or this edge is going to be along this edge. So this tip and this tip have to be right together. That means that if this is 14, this also has to be 14. So let's go ahead and plug that in. Bam, perfect. All right, so now I have all my bases and all my heights, and let's just go ahead and start plugging these numbers in. So I'm going to use a formula of base times height equals the area, right? Well, this is super simple. 10 times 14 is going to give me 140. So I'm going to write 140 right there. And then this one is 7 times 10. Super simple once again. 7 times 10 is going to give me 70, right? So I'll plug my 70 right there. Next, I've got 14 times 10. That's going to give me 140 once again, 140. And next here, I've got 7 times 10. So that, once again, is going to give me 70. Bam, perfect. I love it. Next, I've got 7 times 14 here, right? Which means I'm going to multiply 7 times 14. Well, let's go ahead and do it like this. 7 times 4 is going to give me 28. I'm going to drop my 8 and hold that 2 in my brain, right? And then 7 times 1 is 7, plus the 2 from my brain is going to give me 9 over here. So this is going to give me 98. And now, if I do the same thing up here, 7 times 14 will give me this 98 once again. So I can plug in the 98 right there. And now I've got all my areas for each and every box. And all I have to do is add them up. Alrighty, so I did my math right down here. So for the two 140s, I put 140 plus 140, 0 and 0 is 0, 4 and 4 is 8, and 1 and 1 is going to give me 2. So you get 280. Then I'm going to add in the 70 here and the 70 here. 70 plus 70, 0 and 0 is 0. 7 and 7 is 14, and you end up with 140. And then I'm going to add the two boxes that are, or the two areas that are 98, right? So 98 plus 98, 8 and 8 is 16. Drop your 6, carry your 1. And 9 plus 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19, and you get 196. So now all I have to do is add all of these three, and I will have my total surface area. Alrighty, and I added them all right here. I've got 280 from here. The 140 I plugged in, and the 196 I plugged in. 0 plus 0 plus 6 is 6. 8 and 4 is 12. Plus 9 is going to give you 21. Drop your 1 and carry your 2. 2 and 2 is 4. Plus 1 is going to give you 6. And your grand total is 616 feet squared. And let's just put a little nice pretty box around that. And here we go. That right there, my friends, is your answer. And that is how many square feet of roses that our good friend Ginny the Love-Sick Giraffe right down here needs to purchase for her love trap. That is correct, my friends. Hey, as always, if you made a mistake anywhere along the way, no worries at all, my friend. Pause that video, fix that mistake. That is your fastest way to learn. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon.